everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Hailey again. Today's video is going to be a palette flashback series plus also a get ready with me for work. So it's not gonna be super crazy. It's gonna be, hey, it's gonna be this. It's gonna be nice, it's gonna be gentle, it's just gonna be daytime friendly. No crazy drag makeup today, guys. I'm sorry. Anyway, I used the Stila in the Garden palette, which is this puppy right here. Ooh, for the smoky greens, and then the Lorac Pro just for a couple of extra added neutrals. I hope you guys enjoy. There's a bit of a rant in it, and I apologize in advance. Whether or not I keep it in or not, we'll see. But yeah, I thought I'd give those palettes a last go before I declutter them, because you know, they've had their time, and I might try and depot the shades I like from the Stila palette and chuck the rest. Lorac's just going. I'm done with it. I don't want to look at it anymore. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and enjoy this delightful palette flashback. Alrighty, let's get the show on the road. Alright, so today's going to be another palette flashback series, and I couldn't decide which ones to use, so we're going to use two today because I got a lot of palettes to flash back for you. So the stars of the show today are going to be the Stila in the Garden palette. I'm apparently a terrible person who didn't look up the history of this palette, but I can tell you my history with this palette. I picked it up at a Winners for $16 3 or 4 or 5 months after it came out. It came out in the set of them, and in the light palette, I think, was the most popular one. Zoella really liked it. It was her favorite palette for a while, so it went absolutely ham sandwich and everybody had it. So the In the Garden palette, though, among others, didn't get quite as much love. I'll show you what the inside looks like. This is it. It's got a lot of it's a nice neutral palette if you take out the crazy colors on the end. So I haven't given this palette nearly as much love as it perhaps deserves. So we're gonna delve into it today for a little bit of a daytime work friendly look. And then I also might supplement with a few shadows from the good old fashioned Lorac Pro. So I'll probably just take some of the neutral mattes from this one, mix it in with that, and call it a look. This one came to me via the internet a while ago. Needs no explaining. Everybody knows the love behind the Lorac Pro. Both of these brands, both Lorac and Stila, have kind of fallen by the wayside over the last year or so, I'd say. Even last year they were way more popular than they are now. Maybe I'm just watching the wrong YouTube videos, but I think a lot of people are unimpressed with the new Lorac releases. In Canada, they're hard to get, so I can understand why Canadian vloggers don't really like them. The Lorac anyway. And, you know, Stila has just kind of been on the back burner. They've got their products, which some are kind of weird, which one might think is innovative. They never really struck a chord. So anyway, enough rambling about random brands. I'm going to use these on my face today, so let's get at her. I've primed with the Nars, I can never say that. I've primed with the Nars Smudge Proof Shadow Base. The Lorac palette for a all over lid shade. I'm going to grab light pink and just flunk it right there. Same brush, because it's a work day. I'm going to go in with probably this matte taupe shade right here. We're just going to load up the brush like an animal and pop that in the crease. So what's new with you guys? Oh yeah, that's really cool. Me? What's new with me? Well, funny you ask. Chris was home over the weekend. I got to see him. Went into Toronto. I went to the Agent Center and I didn't buy a damn thing. I know. What are the chances? I went into all the stores. Nothing struck my fancy. What else did we do? Oh yeah, my dog ate some mouse poison, so we had to take her to the vet. That was a fun way to spend the afternoon on Sunday. No. She's alright though. She's got some medicine. I've got to keep a close watch on her for the next month, but you know, they induced vomiting and all that fun stuff, so she'll be okay. Thanks for your concern though. She is a sweetheart. For the lid, do I want to start with the lid? Sure, let's go in. We're going to go into the Stila palette. I'm going to take my MAC 239 as per tradition, and I'm going to go in with Breeze, which is this like, I don't know, fun lid shade. Almost taupey, sort of nude looking. And we're just going to pack that on the lid. For a little bit of shimmer. They're really subtle. Like, I can see why. The way they make shadows now is different. Like, everything has to be like the sparkliest and the brightest and the shiniest and the most pigmented and the most buttery, and, you know, I don't know, that's not always good. Like, sometimes you just want to light wash a color, and sometimes you want just a light bit of shimmer instead of like having to worry about, I don't know. That's another thing. Like, when I was in the city on the weekend, wandering around the Eaton Center, that is a great place to people watch, by the way. If you're into people watching, that's the place to do it. Anyway, what I'm getting at is I saw so much horrible makeup, like so much, and I think I blame Instagram and YouTube, and I'm like, that's me. I'm sorry, it's my fault. But unblended creases, really heavy dramatic wings in inappropriate settings, like it was just like too much highlight, that like wet highlight look that isn't really appropriate for every day. Like, I don't know, I saw so much that just made me cringe, and I don't know, it makes me want to do like a no makeup look that's kind of really quite nice. To kind of bring it back to the sort of, I don't know, if you look at actual runway makeup, professional makeup, it's a lot more subtle and subdued and like, you know, emphasizing your already beautiful features as opposed to like cake mask of makeup. Like, nothing against it, I love it. I will do a full face fairly often, but you do you. I've always been a sayer of, sorry, we're gonna go into this one. I'm gonna keep working as I talk. You do you. I don't know, the way makeup has kind of turned into this weird thing lately. I don't know. How do I explain myself without offending anybody? I don't mean to offend, I really don't. I just feel like, I don't know, there's almost like a, you're not good at makeup unless you can do like a crazy cut crease every day, which isn't the case, you know? Like the subtlety of nice, undetectable makeup, which, as we're noticing, I'm not exactly doing today, because I've gone in with this lovely moss shade. But you know, that's, I don't know, I want to kind of get back to a place where I can feel comfortable doing that, where I won't get like shamed for not being good enough. Taking more moss on the bottom lash line. Oh, this video is turning into a bit of a rant. I'm sorry. All I wanted to do was bring back some old school makeup, and look what happened. I'm going to take Honey, I think, which is this lovely gold shade on the inner corner of the lower lash. Just for a bit of gold. This palette actually subtly shares a lot of similarities to the Mario palette. I know you're probably like, what? In the garden? Mario? Let me pull it out for you and show you. So here's my Mario palette. Okay. Mario in the garden. So we've got a couple of similar gold shades. It has the nice light highlights that the Mario palette is missing. It's got this lovely green, which is similar to Bronx. It's got a blue, like Claudia. This one's a little bit brighter, mind you, but you know, they're, I don't know, I find these quite similar. The texture on the Mario one is a little bit better, but if you have the In the Garden palette, there you go, they're sort of similar. So, just a heads up there. I think for the lash line today, I'm gonna go with something traditional and use a like twist up pencil liner as an eyeliner. This one is a Rimmel Exaggerate Smoke and Shine. It's like a coppery color. I'm just gonna smudge it along the upper top lash line, and then we're gonna go in with a brush and just move it around a little bit. just because it's work. I'm going to work. I want to keep it fairly subtle. And I've got my Smith 212, which is that funny flat fella. Okay, I think we're gonna tightline Marc Jacobs. This is, what's the shade called? Pour les yeux. In the Buff. It's the nude gel liner. I'm just gonna put that inner corner, right in the waterline. Hailey words. I like this because it's got a shimmer to it, but I also don't like it because it could be more pigmented. It doesn't like brighten the waterline as much as I would say like it to, like this, like even the nude ColourPop one and the Rimmel white. Anyway, let's do some lashes before I'm late. Maybelline Lash Sensational. I've been testing this one out recently and the hype might be real. I don't know. I always have a love-hate relationship with mascara because I have one set of lashes, this one in particular. I sleep on my face, so they get kind of like smooshed to one side all weird. And just for a brow bone highlight, I'm taking Chinois, which is this lovely feller, and popping it up in the top. Just as like a complete afterthought. And like, you don't even really need to do this on like a daytime look, but may as well. Alright, cheeky cheek time. I've got some Nars Deep Throat I think I want to throw on my face. It's my blush brush from Real Techniques, just a bit. That's probably lots. And I guess, oh, let's go nuts and put on a highlight. Yeah, we're gonna use Luna Luster. You can use Lightscapade, you can use Soft and Gentle, you can use whatever you want, whatever you have. Because it's a highlight, and let's be real, how different do they actually look on your face unless you have one that doesn't match or is one of them duochrome dealies that are suddenly super popular right now. I don't know if I'll get any. Like the NYX duochrome ones, the Makeup Geek duochrome ones, the Moonchild palette, the Alchemist palette. I'm like, I have white eyeshadow that has flashes to them, so if I'm like really craving a crazy duochrome highlight, I can just use one of those. And for lips today, we're just gonna use the Kate Moss number 42 nude lipstick from Rimmel. Because I need to go to work. And if I look too fancy, the farmers get concerned and ask me questions like, where are you going? And I'm like, I'm at work. Alrighty, there we go. Daytime makeup look using the Lorac Pro and the Stila in the Garden eyeshadow palette. Thanks so much for being here, guys. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the rambling. I hope I'll be able to edit this into something like watchable. But anyway, I better go to work. I will see you guys in my next video. Have a great one. Bye.